Hello everybody, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to our channel. In today's video I am going to be doing a review of the brand new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. So this one is different because the first foundation that she released is a mattifying foundation, and this one is supposed to be hydrating. So I'm actually really excited to try it. It is supposed to be a medium to full coverage foundation, and it comes in 50 shades, and the 50 shades are supposed to be basically the same exact shade as the original foundation from the Fenty Beauty line. So if you guys end up liking the foundation and you want to try it out and you know what color you are in the original Fenty foundation, you can just get the same exact number in this hydrating foundation. The foundation retails for $35 and it will be available on August 15th. My birthday is on August 9th, so just a few days after my birthday. Not that that really matters. So yeah, we're gonna review this one. We're gonna do a wear test. We're gonna see how it wears. I don't have all 50, but they did send me 3 different colors. So I have 260, 270, and 280. So I will be swatching all of those for you guys. So yeah, let me stop talking and let's just get started with the application process. So first I'm going to start by applying the primer, and I am going to be using the new hydrating primer. I believe this one retails for $32, and again it'll be available on August 15th. Sephora stores, Sephora online, and Fenty Beauty online. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply let me put it on the back of my hand first. So we're just going to take the primer and put this stuff all over our face to prime our skin for the foundation. So the primer actually feels really nice. It does feel very hydrating, but as it's drying down I can definitely feel like it's definitely like sticky. So as a primer I think it's gonna work really nicely because I can feel like that tackiness from the primer, which means that it's gonna adhere to the foundation really well. And it does feel hydrating. It smells good. Actually, I think it smells like the original Fenty primer. It just has like that clean, just like very soft scent, and yeah, it went on really nicely. So far so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation since we are already nice and primed, but I did tell you guys that I was gonna swatch all of the 3 colors that I have, so I'm gonna swatch them like right on my chest. So I'm gonna start off with number 260, and this is what the foundation bottle looks like, which is really cool because I feel like you'd be able to like squeeze every single ounce of foundation that you have left. It is still a pump, so I don't know how that would work, but I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. Okay, so this is shade 260. I think this is gonna be the right color for me. So this is 260 right there, and then let me do 270. Okay, so 270. Oh, this is actually pretty. Although 260 is looking really nice also. It's a little bit more on the olive side. Olive side. Okay, and next we have 280. Do that one right there. So 280 is definitely a little bit, I think, too dark for me right now. I need to get tanned. It's so sad. I went the whole summer without a tan. So I think let's do 260. Alright, so let's take that off. And I need to get a tan. That's like 100%. I need to get a freaking tan because I'm way too pale right now. It is not cute whatsoever. For the sake of the video, I am gonna do one side with the brush and then another side with the sponge, just so that we can see how the foundation goes on with a brush and then with a sponge. So let's just go in with 260 first with the sponge. So okay, so let's go in with the sponge on this side. And this is supposed to be a medium to full coverage. I should have gone with 270. 270 I think was a little bit more peachy, like cool tone. This is a little bit more on the warmer side, but I like this because it matches my neck more. So far it's going on really, really nicely. It's definitely a medium coverage, but it's covering like really nicely. Let me see if I can do one side of my nose because that's where I have a lot of freckles. Like you guys can see them right there. Yeah, look at that. It covered all of my freckles on this side of my nose, and you can still obviously see them on this side of my nose. So definitely a medium to full coverage. Let me do this side of my forehead with the sponge. I really like this sponge. I like the way that it's shaped because you can kind of hold it this way for like those little tight spots around your brow. Okay, so this side is done with the sponge. So I'm gonna try to go with the brush on the other side. And let's see how it covers. It's covering really nicely with the brush also. Like, look at that. I'm actually really surprised because my nose, I always have such a hard time covering, especially with a brush. But holy crap, like it actually covered it. I always just like to work in the product into my skin and not actually like move it around. So I don't know if that's what's working here, but I'm really happy with the way that it applied with the brush and the foundation. I'm sorry, and the sponge. Okay, so this is the side with the sponge and this is the side with the brush, and I think they both look really, really good. It is a medium coverage. I can still see a little bit of like my freckles peeking through right here on this side. So I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. I'm gonna apply a second layer. And with a dewy foundation, I actually like a little bit of the skin peeking through, but just for the sake of this video so that we can like see if we can build it up to full coverage, I'm going to build it up a little bit more. So since I did this side with the brush, I am going to be applying the second layer with the brush as well, just so that we can see if it actually covers the freckles fully. Like you can kind of see a little bit of the freckles peeking through right here. So I'm just going to do a second layer with the brush, and yeah, you can see that it's now covering the freckles. So okay, so that was the second layer with the sponge and the foundation brush, and I think it looks great. It covered my freckles. It looks flawless. It feels really nice, you guys. It doesn't feel like the mattifying one where you feel like everything is like pulled in tight. Like this feels really nice on my skin. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to wear. So I'm gonna leave it like this, and I was gonna set it with a little bit of powder because normally that's what I would do, but I'm not gonna do that because I just want to focus on the foundation and see how it wears. I do have the Fenty Beauty concealer as well, which I was going to put a little bit on, but I'm not gonna do that either. So we're just gonna leave it like this, and I am really happy with the medium to full coverage because you can just apply the one layer and still have a little bit of your skin peeking through, which I think is beautiful in the summer, anytime really. But if you want a little bit more coverage, you can definitely build it up to this full coverage. So I love that. To finish up, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this Fenty Beauty bronzer. This one is in the shade Shady Biz, and I'm just applying it in the areas where I would bronze a little bit. I am going to apply a little bit of highlighter, and I'm just going to use this one from Fenty Beauty in Mo Honey. I'm going to take a little bit of blush. I'm going to use this one from Morphe, the orange one right there. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this blush right to my cheekbones. And I'm just applying a little bit of mascara, and then we will pretty much be done. just to finish off, I'm just gonna use the Pro Filter lip gloss from Fenty Beauty. It's my favorite. It's so good. It feels so good on the lips. I'm not gonna set this with a setting spray. I really want to focus on the foundation, and I really want to see how it's going to wear throughout the day. So it is actually 9:30 right now, so I will be back a little bit later on to see how it wears. I don't know how many hours it's supposed to like wear for. It just says that it's a long wearing, but I feel like 5 hours is a good place to check in. So I'm gonna go on about my day, and I will be back in about 5 hours to check in with you guys. So I'll see you soon.
6 hours later.
So we're gonna do a quick check-in. Actually, this is gonna be my only check-in because it's been about 6 hours since I've had this on. It's 3:22 right now. For this foundation to look this good without setting powder, without setting spray, I'm in love. Honestly, I love it so much. I wasn't a huge fan of the mattifying one because on the days that my skin is on the drier side, that foundation is just way too much. Most of the time, I don't need a foundation to be that mattifying. It is perfect for people with oilier skin. But if you guys had the same issue as me with the original Fenty foundation, try this hydrating one. I think you're gonna love it. It definitely is very hydrating. It feels really good on the skin. You can see like I haven't lost any of the foundation around my nose, nothing on the top of my nose, which is really crazy because usually my freckles would always start to show through, especially if I don't set a foundation. Remember, you guys, I didn't put any setting powder on this at all, so it's not settling in the fine lines like at all. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the coverage, the way it feels. It feels like very light. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel cakey. So really quickly, before I go, I'm gonna like rewind, fast forward this video. I was taking my makeup off after I finished filming the video, and I was like, you know what, let me show them what it looks like with one side of foundation on and the other side without foundation. So as you guys can see, this is the side without foundation. You can definitely see my freckles, you can see my imperfections and all of that. And then this is the side with the foundation that has been on for 6 hours. You can see how it's definitely like very full coverage because you can't see any of my freckles on this side or anything like that, but it still looks like skin. Like it still looks very natural, and that is what I'm loving about this foundation because it just looks like skin still. Like it's not, it doesn't look cakey, doesn't feel heavy. So anyway, I just wanted to show you really quickly the side without foundation and then the side with foundation. So anyway, I am going to rewind the video, fast forward, whatever. I'm gonna say bye to you guys. Anyway, that is it for this video. If there's anything that I missed, my hair is a mess, you guys. I have like, oh my gosh, you have no idea. I went through so much with my hair the last couple of days. I went to a hair salon to get it professionally done, and it was a mess. I had to fix it myself. I went to Sally's. I got like so many things to fix it. If you guys are interested in hearing like what I did to get this color and like the root to get a little lighter and all of that, let me know and maybe I'll make a video about it. But yeah, it was like, it took me like 2 or 3 days to actually fix what she did. It was a big mess. Big mess. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found this review helpful. If there's any questions, suggestions, if there's anything that I missed, definitely let me know down below. You guys know that I'm always in the comments responding back to you, always. But yeah, don't forget that you can follow us all over social media, especially on Instagram at GlitterBeauties, the same way that is spelled right here. I do post a lot of things that you guys will not get to see here on YouTube. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe before you go. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.
Curly hair, she wavy, pretty girl, everywhere. I see